What's going on, guys? TalkAstonVilla here, bringing some breaking news out of Villa Park today. Tactics Tim, he is out. Ray Wilkins is out. Mark Robson is out. And Seamus Brady is out as well. Big shocker. Not so much in my opinion. It's one of those things that had to happen. I tweeted out saying it had to happen. I said in yesterday's match review, it had to happen. And if I didn't take a break from YouTube for the last 3 months, I probably would have said it had to happen. It made sense when we sacked Lambert. He was really the only obvious one that I would have said, get him. It just was the only one really available that I had optimism about. Young English manager, great in the youth setup at Spurs. 2 years ago when he took over, made Adware play out of skin when he took over the first team for the rest of the season. And did some great things there. And I think a lot of things were saying he's the next upcoming English manager. Well, you know what? We're looking for a third manager / coach, whatever, in a little over 8 months. So I don't want to become the next Sunderland. I don't want to become the next Leeds. Obviously, there's no Chelino, but I just don't want to be one of those teams that is going after a new manager every year because it's not working. You start getting in that rotation, in that mindset, and you're just going to have the same results of barely staying alive or going down. Obviously, no team at this point, I believe, in the Premier League with 4 points has survived. But you know what? We're only like 4 points off or something like that. Like, we can definitely do it. It's not... Bournemouth are struggling. West Brom, in my opinion, are struggling. Norwich are struggling. Newcastle and Sunderland still have a lot to do. There are other teams that are coming down too. We have a chance to get out of this, and this should have been made a few weeks ago. Should have been made a month ago, in my opinion. But I'll get into the odds here so you have a better understanding of who are the top runners and a few other outliers. So these are odds from Bet365. I don't condone gambling and all that stuff, so don't sit there and say, oh, whatever, gambling bad. I'm not condoning it. That's who I bet through. These are just the odds to give you an idea. So Remy Garde, a.k.a. the next Arsene Wenger, a.k.a. his protege, obviously really played at Arsenal for like over 30 games. He was in the part of the Vieira deal. Was a very underwhelming player there. Lyon, he coached them from 2011 to 2014. Had played, or managed, I should say, 117 games, 60 wins, 26 draws, 31 losses. And you know what? Tactics Tim's probably watching this. If you can see that, I don't know if you can. 51.28 win percentage. You know what? That's not too bad. I'll take that. That amount of games instills more confidence than that win percentage of old Tim's, which has gone down a lot. So that's 1-4. Next on this little piece of paper, we have David Moyes 7-1. I've seen Lois 6-4. I think he speaks loudest in my mind of saying we need David Moyes. I think obviously Real Sociedad manager still didn't have the greatest stint at United. It's a huge step up. That's the biggest football club in England, in my opinion, and one of the biggest in the world, if not the biggest. So it obviously didn't work. He wasn't the next Sir Alex, and was he given enough time? United fans can really debate about that. Anyways, Sociedad, I don't really judge him on that because his setup was never made for Spanish football. It's a completely different mindset over there, completely different tactically, and it just was never going to work. But I think he's an established Premier League manager who can literally, you can put me on a whim here, you can whatever, you can hold me to this. I think he's a top 10 manager within the Premier League. I think he give Villa to mid-table, even top 10 within a few years if he did come in. Next, Rodgers 14-1. I've seen lower odds also. After leaving Liverpool, it's hard to say. Does he want to take time off from his vacation? Does he want to wait a little bit? How's his mindset? I'm not really sure how he's probably feeling right now. Nigel Pearson, 14-1. I don't want him. It's just other odds. Did great things at Leicester second half of the season, but doesn't speak volumes for me. And Kevin McDonald's 20-1 to stay for the rest of the season. I'll throw that away. But you know what? I think Moyes is the number one for me. But who's it for you? I won't go on any longer. So anyways, leave in the comments below who you want as the next Villa manager. What do you think of Tim leaving? Should maybe we look at him bringing him back in the future for the youth setup or something like that if you take it? But I think for Tim, in my personal opinion, if I was going to say anything right now, is that he needs to go down to the Football League Championship, League 1, League 2, or whatever, get a manager job there, or even an assistant manager job in the Championship or something, or at the youth setup somewhere, and just learn the train better to be a first-team manager. I think that's what he needs. You could see him in the Premier League in the future, but I think he needs to go down the ranks and learn his trade better there. Anyways, who do you want to be the next Villa manager, like I said earlier? What do you think of the Tim Sherwood thing, like I said earlier? What do you think of also assistant manager, performance analyst, first team coach leaving as well? Where do you think Villa will finish? Where's it all going to lie? Just leave it all in the comments below. I'll reply to as much of them as I can. There's been 3 videos that went up in the last 2 days. That's real consistency for me. There's going to be about 5 videos a week, hopefully. So yeah, pre-match and post-match press conference went up Friday and Saturday. Match review went up yesterday. I'll try to get something out for the Southampton game, but I have an exam, so I'm not really sure how time. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video and all that good stuff. Like I've said a million times in this video already, and I'll leave you guys here. Peace out.